Hey guys, welcome. We're going to do a chair yoga class. All you need today is your strap, your block, your chair, your sense of humor, and the will to just want to get moving. So let's get started. In a comfortable seated position, we're going to go ahead and close our eyes. Just pause for a moment. With your eyes closed, do a quick scan of your body, starting from your toes, shifting all the way up to the crown of your head. And we're just observing how we feel today. We're not going to judge. We're just going to see what's there. We're going to acknowledge it. How your hands feel, how your knees feel, how your spine feels, your hips, your jaw, your face, your ears, your nose, all of it. And now let's do a quick scan of the mind, noticing how our mind feels today. What thoughts have been playing on, what thoughts have been robbing you from peace today, or just robbing your attention. And with our eyes still closed, let's focus and observe our feelings. What are you feeling today? Right? And again, we're coming from a place of observance. We're not judging, or we're not trying to wish them away or trying to change anything. Now, with our eyes closed, let's visualize us opening our mind, opening our hearts, and just allowing yourself for this next 40 minutes to have a full mind, body, spirit connection with movement, with breath. Let's first start moving the breath, moving your inhale intentionally, moving your exhale intentionally. And maybe you have a 3-second count, a 4-second count, a 5-second, whatever suits you today. Connecting with that breath and participating with it. Now I want you to participate with your pauses. So notice the pause right before you take that inhale. And notice that pause right before you get into the exhale. And try to make your pauses longer now. Perhaps you hold your breath for 2 seconds before you take a new one, or you let go of that one. And the way this helps us in our everyday life, because ultimately we want to bring yoga outside of the classroom, outside of our chair, outside of our practice, we want to live it, is with this short moments where you're intentionally practicing your breath, where something happens and instead of reacting so quickly, we're going to take a moment to pause, breathe, and then respond, right? Being honest with ourselves. And our body is a good compass to let us know how we want to respond. But sometimes our mind, our ego is so quick to just respond and react. And then there goes the feelings, right? Once the feelings go, you're like, you're feeling all this big bird energy. And you want to respond and you want to react. But if you want to stay within your peace, connect to that pause, connect to that breath, and then respond. So let's set an intention for today's class. Maybe we set the intention for the day. And if you don't know what your intention is, it's okay. Maybe you want to ask your body, what is your intention for me today? What do you want me to feel? What do you want me to see? What do you want to do? And with that open mind and that open heart, you allow yourself to respond. Throughout class, while we're in each poses, we'll be talking about the inhale. I'll keep reminding you, connect to your breath. I want you to be best friends with your breath and know that you could participate with this amazing tool that is a life force, the prana, the energy. So let's go ahead and open your eyes if they're closed. If they're open, cool. Open your eyes and let's go ahead and start moving the body, taking the body through its full range of motion. Let's first start today with the neck. When you're ready, bring the ears to the left. And intentionally bring that right shoulder down. Notice the stretch. Perhaps you feel a stretch on the side of the throat. Bring your attention to that spot. Bring your awareness and your breath. Imagine you have gills on the right side of your neck. Come back to center. Let's go to the right, dropping the ear to the right. Bringing that left shoulder down. Relaxing the jaw. Let's go ahead and bring our chin to the chest, barbilla hacia el pecho. I keep doing the class in bilingual, and if I do, just roll with it. I normally teach my classes in 2 languages, so it's just second nature for me at this point. Bring our chin up gently. You might see me going all the way back, and this is comfortable for me. But perhaps for you, this is comfortable. Find your yoga, your practice. And come back to center. We're going to go ahead and roll the neck in small circles. When you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side. Moving slow. Slow is the name of the game. Roll over to the other side. Roll over, Beethoven. And release. Let's go ahead and using our index and thumb. Let's go ahead and pinch the top of our ears. Pinch the bottom parts. Maybe even using your index, come to the inside of the ears and pull them down. Remember those days that they used to pull your ears? My grandpa used to love pulling my ears. Hated it. Pull them all around. Pinch. Go ahead and release. Turn your neck, turn your face to the left. Bring awareness to that right side again and breathe. Let's bring our chin up and down from here. Come back to center. Let's turn the face to the right. And bring your chin up and down gently. And slowly release back to center. Let's go ahead and hug ourselves. It doesn't matter which arm comes over. But I want to recommend, instead of having your elbows close to your chest and your body, let's go ahead and bring it away from the body. We're going to keep the torso still, and we're going to keep our face still, and we're going to move our elbows side to side. Awesome. From here, staying back in a neutral position, bend to the left, right corner, left corner, other left, right corner, right back, left. Imagine you're drawing a square. And switch directions, cambien de dirección. And release, opening the arms out. Imagine this is called cactus pose in yoga. Let's go ahead and extend the elbows and bend the elbows. Keeping your arms extended, let's go ahead and flip the palms, internal rotation of the shoulders. So we're rotating the shoulders all the way in as well. Go ahead and flip them over. And one more time, flip, flip, flip. And bring them back. Awesome. Keeping your knees away from each other, feet are firmly planted on the floor. Let's go ahead and rotate to the right. Our whole torso, our heart is pointing to the right. And this is going to be a moment where you're going to notice the pause. You're going to notice the breath retention. And I encourage you to notice it, see how long you could go holding it, and then allow your breath to just flow. That inhale from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Release to center. And let's go to the left. Notice again how long it takes you to breathe. So in this pose, our breath is being constricted, right? Our lungs, our diaphragm. The breath doesn't come easily. So if we think of times that in our lives we have this pressure and our breath gets affected by it, so what we do is we try to remember or just have this sensation of like, crap, I'm completely turned, I can't breathe. Okay, then connect to the breath. Gently connect to the inhale and connect to the exhale. Come back to center. Bring your knees slightly, a little bit more away from each other, if possible. Keeping those arms extended, those elbows extended. We're going to go ahead and drop that left shoulder in, pushing that left knee out. Find that inhale and come up. And on the exhale, switch positions. Right shoulder comes down, right elbow stays extended. Come back to center. One more time, left shoulder comes in. Find the breath. Inhale coming up. And let's go to the other side. Ay, 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 chalupa. Come back to center. Go ahead and use your block if you have one right now. Place it on the left side. If you don't have a block, to place on the inside of that left leg. You're going to put your left elbow on your left thigh. Yeah. If even using a block, it's still too low, depending on whatever height you reach, and then maybe you want to go low, that's cool. But depending on what's comfortable for you, we're going to go ahead and bring that right hand right next to that left leg. Imagine you're pulling up a carrot, and all we're going to do right now is move from the arms, right? And then we're going to move from the torso. So you're going to pull the carrot up. Imagine you're pulling up. You're going to turn the heart to the right and extend up. You're going to breathe here purposely. You're going to bring awareness to the right rib cage. Bend the elbow. Bring that arm down, push it down. Go ahead and pull with your inhale. And exhale, push it down. Allow your breath to be as long as a whole movement. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale, pushing down. Once more, inhale, pulling up. Exhale, push it down. Sweet, come up. We're going to do the other side. Now, both sides are not created equal. Okay, so whatever you did on the left side, you don't necessarily have to do on the right side. Make sure that you're comfortable bending, reaching over. If you have any range of motion issues, adjust to it, right? Like maybe don't go all the way up. We'll move and we'll see like, oh, I can't do this one on this side. But that doesn't mean that you have to avoid the pose altogether. How can you adapt your practice to reach that pose? All right, so right hand comes down to wherever it is. Maybe it comes to the block, maybe it comes to the thigh, or maybe you want to bring your hands to your waist and just slightly bend over because maybe you have lower back pain. I don't know. Right hand stays. On the inhale, pull that carrot up from the ground, pull it all the way up, and give it to your giant. Bend the elbow, bring it down, push it down. Inhale, pull that carrot up, rotate the torso and give it away. Bend the elbow, plant it down. Once more, inhale, pulling up, giving it away, and let's release to center. Sweet. Let's go ahead and bring the block in front of us, and let's bring our knees in front of us. So extending that right leg. Move the block a little bit. Extending that right leg. Both arms could come up, they could come forward, or they could stay at your waist, whichever one seems accessible to your practice. Reach forward. And as we're reaching forward, I want you guys to visualize that your tail is not scooped in. We're not sitting on our tail. We're trying to take our butt out. Bootylicious here. Go ahead and bring those arms up or chest up, whichever one is comfortable, and then bring your chest down with continuing to take that tail out. And if keeping your leg hyperextended hurts your knee, allow a micro bend on your knee. Fuck, even allow a big bend on your knee, whichever one you want. Just take that butt out and lean forward, and you'll still be able to feel it in your hamstring, in the back of your leg, and giving your legs some TLC. Massage your legs at the same time. Practicing gratitude for this beautiful right leg that loves you and has taken you places. And go ahead and come up. Let's switch sides. So left leg extends. Maybe left leg has a micro bend. Maybe you're in bed and you have a pillow underneath it. I don't know. On the inhale, grow tall from the spine. Hands could come up, hands could go forward, or hands could come to the side. But make sure that tail keeps coming out and your chest melts forward. So we're not trying to go to our feet. That's not the point. I could stay here for all I want, but I'm trying to bring my tail out. So you could see me from an angle. I'm trying to take that tail out and chest comes down. And I still feel it on the whole side of my leg. Massaging that left leg. Same love. And let's go ahead and release. Let's take our knees to its full range of motion. So extending, let me get to an angle here. Extending that right leg. We're going to go ahead and lift the leg. External rotation, so where we're going to turn our whole entire leg, starting from the base of our hip, knee, and ankle, and then we're going to turn it in. Internal rotation. External rotation, internal rotation. If bringing your leg up is uncomfortable, do it with your leg down. Internal rotation, the thigh, the whole leg comes in. External, the whole leg comes out. And you might hear some clickety clacks. Totally normal. So whichever one suits you. Let's go ahead and go for that internal rotation. Bend the knee and extend. Open the hip, rotate everything, coming in and extend. Go ahead and turn the leg and extend. Internal rotation coming in and bend the knee. Let's go ahead and release. Let's switch sides. When you're ready, bring that leg up if it's accessible. External rotation, where we're going to rotate our whole thigh, leg, everything's up. And then we're going to internal rotation. Go ahead and rotate out and in. And out and in. When you're ready, rotate out, bend the knee. So you're going to see that the foot's coming in towards you. Extend, rotate the leg, the knee. Now the foot's going to come out. Extend and bend. And if you get confused, that's totally okay. Just continue going. And let's go ahead and release. When you're ready, let's go ahead and come back to a normal seated position. And we'll continue moving. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move our spine in a nice segmented way, cat-cow kind of poses. And I really want you to focus on your hips, the movement of your hips. Our lower back isn't going to move much, right? The lower back doesn't really have that much range of motion, but our mid back and top back does. So I'm going to scoop my tail in. I'm going to start bringing my heart back and tuck my chin. Take the tail out. Spill your guts. Bring that heart forward. Tilt that head back. Inhale, arching your back, going into your cat. Exhale, going into your cow. Inhale, coming into your cat. And exhale, going into your cow. Let's go ahead and bring our knees away from each other and roll here. We're going to roll forward. And notice the tilt of your tail. People keep coming to see me. Tilting your tail as you move forward and you move back. Moving forward and back. And now maybe even move that chest. Chest going forward, tail going out. Tail comes in, heart comes in. Switch direction. Make yourself like water. Be water, my friends. Sweet sauce. Let's go ahead and move just a little bit more to the sides now. So let's go ahead and come over to the left, to the right side. Bring that right leg extended. So the left knee points forward, the left leg is going to extend towards the outside. If your left leg extended is uncomfortable, bend your left leg, whichever one's accessible to you. Extending that left leg. On the inhale, bringing that arm up or to the waist, reach over. Find your breath. Inhale, coming up, bringing the left arm down, right arm comes over. Notice the breath. Come back to center. Now let's go ahead and turn our whole body to that extended leg or bent leg and forward fold, reaching low. Right hand is going to stay on the leg, on the shin, on the knee, on the thigh. And if you want to use your block, go ahead and place your block on the inside of that right leg. Right hand stays, left hand comes up. Find your breath. Let's release to center. If you have a block right there, let's go ahead and use it. If you don't have a block, that's cool too. Bring the toes to point up. If your knees are bent, don't bring your toes up. Let's go ahead and bring that leg up, over, and down. Working on our legs, on the inside, on our hips. Doing just a couple more where it burns a little bit. And let it go. Let's shift to the other side. So, right knee is going to point to the front. Left leg is going to point out, either bent or extend. You can place your block on the inside of that left leg. Let's first start with a gate pose. Right hand comes up. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, melt to the left. Let's go ahead and bring that right hand down. Left hand comes over. And I keep saying arm, but if bringing your arm over is not accessible, bring it to the waist, bring it to the front. And let's go ahead and release. Turn your body to that extended leg or bent leg and forward fold to wherever it's comfortable for you. Keep continuing, Continue connecting to that breath. Left hand is going to stay on that leg, on the block, on the floor, whatever's there for you. And then we're going to go ahead and open up, turning to the right side, opening up and breathing here. Let's go ahead and release. Slowly walking it up. Same thing here. So if keeping your leg extended, you could bring it up and over. That's cool. If you want to bend your knee, go ahead and bring it up and over. Same stuff. So let's go until it burns, right? It's already starting to burn. We got this. Just a couple more, bringing it up and over the block. Maybe you don't have a block and you want to do it without the block. And then release. Go ahead and come back to center. We're going to go ahead and get started standing. If you want to continue doing the poses seated, I will also guide them seated. So whichever one is good for you. If you are standing, please bring your block to the chair. And here we go. Finding the tabletop position or hands to the knees. We're going to go ahead and place both hands on the chair. Bring your feet underneath your hip. Bend your knees, take that tail out, head up, inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, arching the spine, extending the knees. Bend your knees, inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Come back to center. When you're ready, bend both knees, coming up into chair pose, Utkatasana, lifting the arms, lifting the chest. Hands come to the heart. Hands come to the waist and come to standing. Awesome. Let me move the chair just a little bit. Hands come to the side, mountain pose. Keep looking at that chair. On the inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, let's go ahead and bend to the right, to the left, sorry. Come back to center. Let's bend to the right, right. And come back to your center. Forward fold all the way to the front. Bend your knees. And very slowly begin stacking the spine, one vertebra at a time. Nice and tall. Perfect. Let's go ahead and step back with the right leg. So my right leg is going to step back. My left leg is going to stay to the front. I'm going to bring one arm up and then two arms up. Perhaps, maybe you want to hold on, or maybe your arms are cool at your waist. Wherever your practice is, find your breath here. Challenge yourself, maybe lifting that left heel. Hands come to the heart, Samasthiti. Heel comes down, extend the leg, hands to the chair. Forward fold, triangle pose. We're going to go into our warrior 3. We're going to try a little balancing pose. Looking forward, let's go ahead and shift our weight to the front, lifting that right leg. If you feel too much weight or too much pressure on your hands, shift your weight to your feet. Allow your hands to be light. Don't hold on to the chair for dear life. Like, don't give yourself a crutch. Felt like I said crotch. Left hand comes forward, maybe. Bring that right knee in. Elbow in. Extend. Elbow and knees. And extend. Elbows and knees. And extend. Bring that left hand down. Right leg extends out. Coming back to the initial position. If you have your chair and your block on your chair, then use your block to come to standing. Stacking those shoulders over your hips. When you're ready, mountain pose. Right leg meets the left. That's one side. Let's do the other side. On the inhale, Urvastasana, hands up. Let's go ahead and go for a little back bend, bringing those hips forward. And then forward fold all the way down. Hands to the chair, tabletop position. This time, the left leg is going to come back. Right leg is on the floor. And before we move, I want you guys to make sure that your feet, if you're looking at it, are train track legs, right? One foot's on the outside of the hip and the other foot's on the other side. If you have your feet right in front or behind each other, you might be walking a tightrope. And I'm not sure about you, but I am no expert walking in a tightrope. So once your feet are glued and you feel like I'm stable here. Bend that right knee, lift your chest, stacking your shoulders over your hips. From here, maybe one arm comes up and then two. Breathe here, find your breath. If you notice that that right knee is caving in, go ahead and push it towards the outside. Extend that right leg and bring your chest down. Triangle pose. Find your breath. Looking forward, hands on the chair. Go ahead and shift your weight first from your back foot and then lift it up. If bringing the foot all the way up is uncomfortable, you could stay on your tippy toes, right? So extending there. And same shit here. Same shit. Same stuff here. If you have all your weight on your hands and your wrist hurt, maybe you could come to knuckles, making a fist with your hands. Or maybe you just shift your weight. Or maybe you could hold on to the top of the chair. Bring that left leg down. Stack your shoulders over your hips. When you're ready, one arm comes up, and then two arms come up. Samastitihi, hands to the waist. Left leg meets the right. Sweet. Let's go ahead and stand behind the chair. We're going to use the chair for some side movements. I'm trying to find the right angle here. So, just for the sake of the video, basically we're going wide. Our feet are going to be away from each other as much as they can, toes facing out. And we're going to bend the knee left and right. And we're going to come side to side, side to side. Going as low as you could go. Let's go ahead and stay to the right side. So keeping our right knee bent, right? Keeping that right knee bent. I'm going to visualize my left leg completely pressing down. And I'm creating that tension between the inside of my legs and the left leg. So they're not just sitting there. They're not just supporting your weight. You have intentional pressure going on. And let's go ahead and release the pressure, the tension, extend. Turn your body to that right leg and fold. Come back to center. Let's go to the other side. So, bending that left leg, I'm going to visualize, I'm going to imagine that the inside of my right leg wants to press down, and my left leg is stepping on a cucaracha, on a cockroach, and I refuse to let it go. If you're a cucaracha lover, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't dislike them, but I just don't love them. Slowly release, extend that left leg, turn your body to that extended leg, and reach down. Finding your breath. And slowly walk it up. Let's go ahead and close our stance. And let's get our seat back to the starting position. I hope this is the center. Now we're going to go ahead and bring both legs to the left, both knees to the left. I'm going to lean back, extend my legs, reach my arms forward, Navasana. I'm going to bring my knees up, chest close to the knees, Ardha Navasana. We're doing a little core exercise here. When you're ready, extend, lean back, and come up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly bring those knees down. Take a breath. You got this. And we're going to rotate towards the right. Breathe. Finding that breath again. We're almost done. Start. visualizing that intention that you set at the beginning of this class. And slowly release. Let's go one more. Lean back, extend those legs. Lean back as much as you can and go for those flutter kicks. Maybe the arms come forward. Ay, 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 and you breathe and you smile because it's okay. And bring it back to center. If you notice that your posture, you're sitting on your tail and you're arching your back slightly, take that tail out. Bring that crown up and rotate this time towards the left. Finding your breath here. Finding that inhale at the base of the spine and bringing it all the way up to the crown of the head. Letting it go. Come back to center. We're going to do our last pose. Paschimottanasana, hands to feet. So extending those legs in front of you. Maybe they're fully extended. Maybe they're slightly bent. Maybe there's an opening on the legs. Whatever is comfortable for you. Let's go ahead and inhale, bringing the arms up or forward or to the waist. Exhale, forward fold, reaching down. Everything melting down. And use this time to visualize any seeds of anger, of anxiety, of stress, of fear to just fall off your head. Shake your head. Shake, 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 shake. Don't let that seed grow. Hands to the knees or thighs on the inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the heart. And there you go. Let's go into Shavasana. If you're ready. You could pause this video and get ready for your Shavasana. If you're going to pause because you're done for the day and you don't want to do Shavasana, have a great day. But if you want to continue, we're going to go ahead and do Shavasana. So get nice and comfortable. Allow yourself to relax for a moment, whether you're laying down, whether you're sitting down. Take a moment to connect with yourself again. Connect with that breath, with that inhale, knowing that you just moved your body. You were intentionally participating with your breath. And now it's just time to rest. Releasing expectations that others have set on you. Releasing expectations that you've set on yourself. Releasing how things should be, could be, should have been, could have said, didn't say, wanted to say. Releasing everything just for a moment. Maybe even if there is something that you're holding, put it in a little box for a moment and just set it to the side. And with your eyes closed, just follow the breath. Continue that breath flow. Give yourself this gift of just being, not doing. Know that you are incredible. Know that you are loved and you are seen. There's this thing that I feel that we need to be extraordinary, or we have to be this super hyper successful human. And honestly, we were all given a garden. We've been all given a platform where we show up. And if we could genuinely just show up as ourselves, if we could genuinely just be wholeheartedly vulnerable and honest with ourselves and with others, you will become extraordinary by just being yourself. You see, we're all extraordinary already. No, not one of us are the same. And that's already amazing. So rest in yourself, capital S, self. Rest in how amazing you laugh. Rest in how amazing you think. Rest easy knowing that your sense of humor is unique as shit. Rest knowing that your smile is gorgeous and that no one has your smile. Rest easy knowing that No one thinks the way you think. No one sees the way you see things. So you are needed. You are needed. You are extremely important in this world. I hope that you have the most intentional, beautiful day. And I hope that you know that you matter. Namaste.